Hi, I'm Kailey Borland and this is Saphira, and today I'm going to show you how far we have come with only 18 days of training. For those of you who haven't seen our very first Mustang video, which talks a little bit about the background of our Mustangs, Maddie and I got the privilege to adopt 2 Mustangs. Go check out that video, you can learn the history. Today I'm going to show you 2 exercises that have really benefited Saphira and I in getting to know Saphira and just getting farther in her training. First, I just want to talk about her though. She's been super awesome to work with. I've loved getting to know her. When I first saw her, she's so small and so cute. I wanted to hug her so badly, but she wouldn't let me get anywhere near her. So that first moment of getting to touch her was really, really amazing. And then she's just been so cool to get to know. She loves to eat. That was a big thing for getting over at first. She didn't want to eat her grain especially. Now that she's getting her grain, she's getting all the nutrients that she needs and she's feeling a lot better. And it's just a really good bonding time for us when she's eating her grain. She loves it. When I just walk around, I scratch her and brush her and she loves that. The first exercise I'm going to show you is called yielding the hindquarters. To start, just to get the lead rope out of the way, I'm going to wrap it around her head here, her neck here. Just a couple times, just to get it out of the way, and that way you're not tripping over it. Then I hold the lead rope in my left hand here next to her eye, and the goal of this exercise is to get her butt to move around while she's pivoting on this front left foot here. You put pressure on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you want to get that rear end to move over. This exercise is really good for getting control of the back end. When you're training a horse, 2 eyes is much better than 2 heels, meaning you always want them looking at you rather than giving you their back end, because that means they want to kick you. As I show you this exercise again, I want you to pay close attention to her feet. As I'm moving her around, we've only been practicing this for a couple days. My goal is to get her back feet to move around her front foot. So you saw those were some really good steps. We always reward the slightest try. So we do a couple steps at a time. Right now I'm just looking for a couple good steps. After you do this for a while though, you can end up doing multiple circles. The next exercise that has been really helpful for Saphira is called leading beside. Because she's a cold-blooded horse, she constantly wanted to be walking behind me and never really stay up with me. So this exercise really helped me get her right next to me and get her leading with me. This exercise, usually we start on the fence. We've been practicing this for a while, so I'm going to show you off the fence. The goal of this exercise is to get her to do everything that I do. When I walk, I want her to walk with me. When I stop, I want her to stop with me. And when I trot, I want her to trot with me. Just like that. This exercise was really hard for Saphira in the beginning because she was so far behind. We've gotten a lot better with it now. I started by first, as she was behind me, when I was walking, I would use my stick as an extension of my hand and I would reach back and I would tap with rhythm. And when I tapped her, she would walk up next to me. As soon as she got where I wanted her, I would release the tapping. As she walked right next to me, she learned that that was a lot easier. Once we got really good at walking, I then practiced stopping. When I stopped, I wanted her to stop. And this one was a lot easier for her because she's a cold-blooded horse. And then trotting, same thing with the walking. I would start by putting my hands out and I would tap with rhythm, tap with rhythm, tap with rhythm until she trotted with me. There we go. The reason this is important is because at the show in June, we will be doing an obstacle course, kind of like what we have out here, where we're going to have to trot through some obstacles. Getting her up next to me while I'm trotting is very important while we're going through a series of cones and whatever they have placed out there. We also might go through a box, which is where yielding the hindquarters comes in handy. We'll have to go into a box and move her hindquarters and probably the forequarters, but we're just starting with the hindquarters for now. Thank you so much for joining us on this update of Saphira's training. We've come so far over 18 days. The biggest milestone for us was when I got to remove her number for the very first time. Because there are so many Mustangs, each Mustang is given a different number, and to be able to get close enough and have a strong enough bond to take that number off is just such an amazing moment. I hope that you guys will join us in the future for more moments like that.